I'm back after an unexpected little break. I know it's been a couple of weeks since I posted my last video. I didn't expect to have a little bit of a break, but I just have been pretty much forgetting because of how chaotic my life has been in the past few weeks. And so yeah, and sorry about my birds. They're being extra annoying right now. They were completely silent a minute ago. So yeah, so I just wanted to share that, not really affecting you that much, but kind of like to explain myself a bit, because I like to talk about myself like everyone. So I'm going over a few things I've been wanting to talk about in these videos instead of just going with the flow, because usually right before the video I just think about what I want to talk about and then just do that. Or just basically while I'm doing my introduction. So I've been wanting to talk to you about, I know I've been saying, all these symptoms that you can have with Asperger's and how it can affect your life, but I haven't really been saying, how you can solve it if you want to. Not everyone wants to fix that part of themselves because it's just who they are, but, if you want to fit into society a bit more, if you're having trouble, with it, you can, ease it down a bit if you want. Only if you want. If you don't want to, then that's up to you. But I've been finding a few ways that, it just helps me go with society with Asperger's. Because we live in a very social world right now. And the fact that Asperger's is a social disorder, it's just kind of throwing a lot of people off the social game. A lot. And so I just wanted to share a few tips with you, and I'm really sorry I have a little bit of a lisp right now because I have a new Invisalign in. So I might be having a little bit of a lisp right now, so just go with it. Okay, so my first thing is to basically look it up so you can understand it more. If you're doing these videos, it's great, that's a good start. I've looked it up on the internet when I find out, my mom has as well. Just sort of help me go through with it and how to deal with it and everything. So the first thing is you want to learn more about it, because it's basically you're looking up about yourselves, and who doesn't like to know more about themselves, right? So if you've been diagnosed with it, or if you think you might, then you probably go see a doctor, talk about it. When I found out about it, I was actually diagnosed with ADD, and when I started taking medication for it, that's when they noticed I had Asperger's as well, because it's just I've been more ADD than Asperger's, so when they took that part away, down a bit, they just were like, oh, you actually have Asperger's too. So a little story about me, and so you just want to learn more about it, and just if you're thinking about parts in your life that are oh, I probably shouldn't have done that, I don't know why I did, and then you're like, oh, I might have Asperger's. Oh, that's why I did that. I did that too, and so yeah, that's basically what helped because of that. I learned more about what I was, not what I was, but who I am. And it's just a part of you, so yeah. So the second thing is just tell people in your life that you're close to, or if you have a new friend and you've been talking for about a month or something, just tell them. Because if they're not going to accept it, then there's no point in wasting more time. So I told one of my friends a year later in high school, in 10th, it was near the end of 9th grade or at the beginning of 10th. I just told them, and they were totally okay with it. That one person was, and then I just told everyone else a month later or something, and then they were fine with it as well. And my boyfriend does know as well, and he was fine with it. My mom and I, we told our family when we first found out, and they were fine with it as well. And if someone didn't accept it, if I told someone they didn't accept it, I'd be like, okay, bye. Basically, because if not, then they're not really, they don't accept it, then they're not accepting you. Like, that's who you are. So if they don't accept it, then just like say bye. So another thing is, like, even though that people accept it, you still have to find someone that's really close that will tell you that you're going too far, or like just have someone that like knows social cues to like help you out a bit, like subtly, because not everyone, even if they accept it, not everyone fully understands it, can grasp the idea of Asperger's. So like when we found out, my mom, she kind of helped me like subtly tell me like I was going too far and to bring it down. And also like I've had to say like, oh, like what's wrong, like is something okay, because I couldn't really read their face a bit, but they're acting a little differently, and that can throw you off a bit. But you kind of have the idea that like, oh, it's just, you know, the day or something, depends on the day, like person is. But like if you think there's something wrong, just ask. And I've been learning how they react to things, and like when I'm asking if something's wrong and they're like yes or no, like it depends. I've been kind of picking up on their facial expressions more and more the more I get to know them, and that actually helps. So just like, you kind of have to match the tone of voice with the facial expression sometimes, and if they're only using one, then you know what's actually going on. So that's like my next thing I want to talk about, which is just like pinpoint the logic of things, because that's how your brain works, like when you have Asperger's. So just like, you know how when you're young you learn the emotions and everything, but like they don't teach you the tone of voice a lot. Like they say like, oh, when you're angry your voice is very stern and everything, but like everyone's different. So when you get to know someone more and more, you get to know their emotions more and the way they express things. So just like kind of like look out for the things for them, and you can pinpoint it on different people, because some of them, they do the same thing. Oh, so yeah, basically like that. So that's like 4 things that I've done in a way. Like I have taken a few like facial expressions of my friends and family and pinpoint it on someone else and know that they're having the same emotion that time, because that's how my brain worked. I like took it from someone and put it on someone else. So that's how I learned how to deal with that. You can do that if you want. You can try it out. It might backfire because not everyone reacts the same way. So it was kind of funny too. Oh, another thing is for the filter, like, I know like you can be put as an introvert because you're actually thinking about whether you can say it or not, but like with Asperger's, sometimes you just say it outright even if you know that you shouldn't. And basically you sometimes can't help that. Like if you're trying to learn how to deal with that, then you kind of just have to have a really strong filter for that. And I don't know how to help you with that, because everyone has a different filter. So yeah, that's a few things I wanted to talk about. And what else did I want to say? Oh yeah, if you have any questions about Asperger's, I know I said this few times in the past, but if you have any questions about anything I've said and you want to go in more detail, like something I glossed over, you can ask me right in the comments section, and I'll answer it. I'll answer you back in the comments if it's like, if I can. Like I do read all the comments that people do, and if it's something like a bigger topic, then I'll talk about it in the next video. But like if you have any questions at all, just ask me and I will answer. So yeah, so till next video. Bye.